Zambia is mourning Mr. Kaweche Kaunda, a businessman and son of the first president of the Republic of Zambia, Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda, and the late Mrs. Betty Kaunda. Kaweche died suddenly on Wednesday, April 9, 2026 in Ndola. He was 67 years old. According to family, Mr. Kaunda had traveled to Ndola on a business trip and was found dead in the morning of April 9 in his hotel room. He was pronounced dead on arrival at Ndola Teaching Hospital. His elder brother, Ken Kaweche Kaunda, Zambia's High Commissioner to Malawi, confirmed the death. He said Kaweche's death is distressing for the family and that the exact cause of his death will only be determined after a post-mortem examination is conducted. In this regard, police have opened an inquiry and a post-mortem is to be conducted to establish the cause of death. Born in June 1959 in Chilenje, Lusaka, Kaweche was 5 years old when his father became Zambia's first president in 1964. He was one of the 9 children of Dr. and Mrs. Kaunda. Kaweche was one of the 9 children of the late Dr. Kaunda, who had lived largely outside the political sphere, maintaining a private life compared to some of his family like Panji, the Letwezi and Chilenji. Kaweche was known for preserving untold parts of the Kaunda family story. He often clarified the geography of his siblings' births. The first daughter of Dr. Kenneth Kaunda is Catherine Kaunda, who lives in Windhoek. Following the stripping of her father's citizenship and chased out of Zambia in 1999, the late Namibian President Sam Nujoma asked her to come to Namibia and gave her citizenship and a house. Mr. Nujoma served as Namibian President from March 21, 1990 to March 21, 2005. He passed away on February 8, 2025, aged 95. The other elder siblings, Panji, the late Waza, and the late Wezi, were born in Chinsali. Then Tilienji, Kaweche, and the late Masuzio were born in Chilenje, in the family's earlier house, where they lived for about 10 years, and not at the well-known house number 394. Only his younger sister Musata was born at house number 394 in Chilenje. The house is now a museum where Dr. Kaunda lived from January 1960 to December 1962. From this house, Dr. Kaunda directed the struggle for independence of Zambia, which was finally achieved on October 24, 1964. He later became the first president of the Republic of Zambia. The youngest twins, Cheswa and the late Kambarage, named after his close friend, late President of Tanzania Julius Kambarage Nyerere, were born at Prospect Hill, which was the family home when Dr. Kaunda was sworn in as president. The children of Dr. Kenneth Kaunda and Mrs. Betty Kaunda are Panji Kaunda, the late Waza Kaunda, the late Wezi Kaunda, Tilienji Kaunda, the late Masuzio Kaunda, Kaweche Kaunda, Musata Kaunda, Cheswa Kaunda, and the late Kambarage Kaunda. Growing up in State House, Kaweche remembered his father's lesson, who told them that State House was just a temporary home. And I quote, "You are not little presidents running around. You are just ordinary children who happen to be children of the man who is at this particular time president." End of quote. Being part of the first family didn't come with privileges in the Kaunda family. According to Kaweche, if there was one great lesson that Dr. Kaunda instilled in his children early enough during his presidency, it was that State House was just a temporary home and were made to never ever forget that. He said that his dad gave his children a normal life within the confines of State House. Dr. Kaunda insisted his children attend local schools. He refused to send his children abroad for school, which was common practice among the well-to-do families at that time. He said most of our friends who were ministers' children at the time, when they completed grade 7, their parents would send them to school in England or somewhere else, but my father refused. According to Kaweche, Dr. Kaunda's argument was, and I quote, "If me as the president is sending my children away outside Zambia, what does that say about the schools we are expecting the rest of Zambians to attend?" End of quote. So all the Kaunda children attended local schools, except Masuzio, who for a short while was sent to school in England. Kaweche went to Woodlands Primary and Kamwala Secondary Schools, respectively. President Kaunda's children were driven to school in a black Rolls-Royce, but Dr. Kaunda didn't approve of the luxury car and replaced it by a modest Peugeot 404. Kaweche recalled rarely seeing his father, and I quote, "Dad would be in the office before sunrise and back after midnight. When he came home, we were sleeping. When he left, we were sleeping." End of quote. He said from age 12, he would check the private secretary's diary and ask to accompany the president on trips. And I quote, "I just wanted to be with Dad." End of quote. In the later years, Kaweche spoke publicly about family matters, including his 2025 comments that he was not happy with where his father was buried. He was a prominent businessman who promoted the unity and heritage established by his father. He is survived by his wife Farida Galu and 3 children, his siblings Catherine, Panji, Chilienji, Musata, and Cheswa. To the nation of Zambia, Kaweche Kaunda leaves not just a name, but stories that remind us how our first family lived, learned, and loved through the defining moments of Zambia's history. May his soul rest in eternal peace.